Horse racing gaming fans, welcome back to Gallop Racer 2004. Last video was okay. Won most races, were finished in second, so that was ideally what I expected. We're kind of in a weird transition. Newer horses are going to start coming in. We have some 3 and 4 year olds that are developing quite well. A bunch of new 2-year-olds, obviously from the last video, just hit the track. Are about to hit the track, actually, for the first time, so that's exciting. So we're kicking off with 4 races here. It's a busy month of August, actually. A lot of racing. In fact, I'm going to have to split this into 2 separate videos, but that's fine. So Falling Stars, this is a brand new 2-year-old that'll be hitting the track. This colt by Fairy Singer out of Galaxy Star. So Abigail, I'm sure you'll be watching this one just as I will. I'm excited. Fairy Singer's, he's been a weird sire for me. Like, I think I have a really good horse from him, and then the others have kind of just been middle of the road, maybe slightly above average. So hopefully with Galaxy Star, like that horse should be pretty strong. I'd be shocked if we had issues with Falling Stars. I don't see Galaxy Star doing that to us. Big Friday by Gentle House at a Butterfly Effect. I took arguably two of my strongest horses on the power scaling side, and yeah, had them meet. And this guy, he should be everything Gentle House and Butterfly Effect both were. Like, he should be. I think they're extremely compatible. I'd be shocked if he was something different. I can't imagine. Little Vixen, Samara, she'll be up in an open. I'm just racing her until I can retire her. Rock Your Hurricane, he is trying to bounce from the most recent Grade 1 win that we had, so that was exciting. That was at 6 furlongs. And his chart says he's 7 to 10, but I feel like he might be better running that shorter distance, so we'll see how it goes. But hopefully you all are doing well, and if you're new, welcome to the channel. Thank you guys so much for the support on the Tampa Bay Down prediction video. Watch the Derby, so I'll be uploading this on Sunday, so this will be basically 24 hours, more or less, after the Derby actually happened. And it went exactly as I pretty much predicted. Like, no more time, domestic product at the end, at the front, almost, you know, a crazy finish. And there was, of course, company, you know, with a couple of other horses right there within half a length, a neck of no more time in domestic product. So the pace was slow, man. Really, really slow quarter. They went like 25 and something. I'm like, whoa, is this a morning workout? Is this a breeze or something? It was, yeah, it was really, I wasn't surprised, but I was really kind of like, wow, they truly are taking it slow. Like, I didn't expect a fast pace. When I did my breakdowns, none of the horses looked like they were serious, aggressive front runners. Like, I usually pay attention to those really closely, and none of those horses really showed that they wanted to take the front aggressively and go at a hot pace. So the pace was expected, maybe a little bit worse than I thought, but it's fine. Like I said, the 2 horses ended up finishing at the front anyways. I think showed a lot of heart. But I don't think they're ready for that Derby, man. I'm not seeing the strength that we're used to seeing yet in this class. And I'm saying that now. I'm not saying there aren't potential good horses, but I'm not, something hasn't stood out to me yet. Falling Stars, I just talked about this guy, by the way, Fairy Singer, out of Galaxy Star. He's the favorite. Like I said, I'd be shocked if he was a difficult horse to work with, but I'll continue to be just kind of analyzing and watching over all the potential Derby contenders, at least mainly the top 15, top 10, for sure. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the Derby. Like, I think it's kind of up in the air, but yeah, I feel like at this point in the year, even in early March, we start to see 3-year-olds that really break away and show you, you know, some serious potential. I think Mage looked like that kind of horse a little bit heading into the Kentucky Derby and having his Derby win. And he had a pretty good year even after securing his Kentucky Derby win last year in 2023. So I think it's important that horses look strong before they go into the Derby. I just don't know if any horse so far on the trail has really stood out to me to be like, wow, not yet. And that could still happen with some time and development. A lot of these horses, I think, still are a bit green. And Falling Stars. Whoa. Oh, wow. 10-6 fraction. Couple taps on the whip. He's out of here. And I could have still went under 11. Oh man, it's something about the star name in Gallop Racer. These horses for me are always good. And it's a name that Abigail started. It's a name, a family of names across most of the Gallop Racer titles we play, and she always figures it out. Like what 5 lengths on debut, smashing the maiden. Oh my, wow. Wow. Dude, Nizawa, I have no secret, bro. I have no secret. That's all the horse. That is all the horse, man. I'm just going for the ride at that point. Falling Stars crushes his maiden by 5 lengths. And I literally said it right before we went trackside. I'm like, I don't think I'd be surprised if he wasn't a good horse. I feel like Galaxy Star hasn't failed me as a broodmare, so I'd expect nothing less. And it appears we've found the key. That's pretty explosive, man. He could be a big time deal. He could be a big time deal. Absolutely crushes that. My notes are going to be really bad this episode. They're not going to be as organized as I would like, but that's okay. Anyways, we're moving on to a grade 3. Awesome debut there for Falling Stars. So you guys feel free to let me know your thoughts on that guy. Grade 3 here with another 2-year-old debuting here, trying to break his maiden, possibly chasing after his stablemate. This is Big Friday, and I just talked about this guy too. This guy as well, out of Butterfly Effect by the man himself, the dude, Gentle House. This is another horse I expect to be like Falling Stars we just watched. Like, I think finally at that point in the game where, the quality in our breeding barn is solid. I don't think we have like a weak link back there, so to speak. It's just like finally starting to really develop the families, getting dirt families going now, like I talk about all the time. It's taken me forever in this game, but we're finally getting through to that. And we still set 7 little ones back there that aren't even 2 years old yet. That should be better than all of these new horses debuting. Like the strength is there. Like it's getting stronger every year. So Butterfly Effect and Gentle House. Well, Butterfly Effect was a front runner. Gentle House was a preceder. This horse wants to be at the front. I'd be shocked if it's a closer, and I don't believe he is. Max stamina, so that's good. He's feeling comfortable. Okay. Give him a little bit of a late run here. Now let's see if he has some heart. He needs to run this horse down. We are the favorite. We're not going to get last corner leader. That's fine. Oh, we do. We do get last corner leader, but he looks like he's tiring. The field is catching. Half a furlong to go. Big Friday, hang on there. He's hanging on. He's trying to. Big Friday trying to hang on. What a finish. Almost 4 across the line. Oh, man. I don't know. Yeah, Eminent Smile. I didn't think we had it. I thought he just dropped it by a nose. What a race. Certainly could have got going a little bit sooner there. Coming off a turn for it into the stretch. So that's kind of on me. Still, good debut, man. That's a horse that's coming in second at the line by a nose, or a head. And then you're separated by no more than a nose with 3 other horses, It's a pretty good debut, but Eminent Smile was on a good run. I saw at the furlong and a half marker. That horse was just driving. Collins had him going, so I don't think there was much else I could do there, but I'm not disappointed at all. I think that's a good debut for a horse that's hitting the track for his first time, and obviously, You know, I'll just have to dial him in a little bit more. But certainly he was in the fight. You know, he didn't give up. I just think he kind of tapped out. So I'd be shocked if he had bad stamina. Both of his parents had like above exceptional, especially in the case of Butterfly Effect stamina. Like she was pretty average. I mean, not average, but solid and above solid. I mean, she was like all of her stats were like average together to be well above the normal range. Everything was 70s, 80s plus for the most part. So she's like almost your perfectly built broodmare. You know what I mean? When you think about strength of horse. Same thing with Gentle House. So I'm a little surprised at the lack. It felt like falling stars from the first race we did today. That horse, I'm telling you, we could have went another furlong and that horse still had the endurance to go. That's all Galaxy Star. She was our endurance runner. I think she actually hit 99 stamina, so she could run forever, basically. It's kind of crazy, like, horses like that just kind of came into this playthrough all of a sudden. It's not like I've had long distance runners my entire playthrough. They just recently started popping up in the last half decade in this game, last 5 years. I think it's just pretty amazing, man. We finally are at that point. It's just, it's fun just to play with a bunch of different horses, run with a bunch of different horses that are just so unique. But yeah, a little bit surprised by the guy's lack of stamina there towards the end, but it could have, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, but still, good debut. Little Vixen, this is our 7-year-old mare by Diamond Plant out of Pink Gemstone. Can't believe she's 7 already, man. Like, she is a part of the old guard, but I'm essentially just running her in opens until I can actually retire her properly to make space for her. Which I'll have to do that in a couple of in-game months, but we have time, so I'm not going to rush it. Because again, I am downsizing on breeding. As often as we have been, just too many horses. I want to downsize, and I want to be more selective with the breeding anyways. I don't want to just have 8 horses a year just because I can have 8. Like, that's cool and all, but sometimes I would rather like downsize a little bit and focus on really developing that quality that I want, as opposed to just breeding a bunch of times and then just hoping you get a good horse, or just expecting a good horse or two, maybe more than that. But yeah, I just want to focus on having stronger horses. Obviously, that's the goal. I don't have Little Vixen in position, but I mean, we're supposed to finish at 14th anyways. I can do whatever I want. So I'm kind of just going to run her in the middle of the pack here for a little bit. And see what we can do once we hit the stretch, because we're totally not supposed to win this race today. But it's nice that, like, people aren't expecting anything of her anymore. Like, they understand we're just running her just to keep her in shape and just to kind of treat the fans. But she's comfortable, man. As she always is. She's always such a joy. Alright, now we gotta go now. Let's see what type of run she has. How many horses can we beat with Little Vixen? This 7-year-old mare. Oh, she's trying her heart out, man. Just like her mother, Pink Gemstone. She would never give up. Stretch burst. This 7-year-old mare still going at it, man. Oh, man. It's going to be hard not racing with Little Vixen. She finishes 10th. She can still go, even at 7 years old. She's like, I'm not coming in last place. It's not happening, man. It's not happening. She did her best, man, and I can be happy with that. She is a Hall of Famer. She is a Hall of Fame gal. I also forgot that race with Big Friday, the race before the one we just did, that was also a grade 3. So, actually, finishing second in a grade 3 on debut is really, really, I think, you know, solid. So, definitely, he definitely deserves his credit for that. I'm just curious what his stamina is. It appears to be lower than I think. But anyways, moving on to our first grade 1 with Rock Your Hurricane, our 3-year-old colt, for the Super Sprint Cup here. 6.5 furlongs in Normandy. He's expected to finish middle of the pack. He won his first grade 1, going 6 furlongs. So I'm trying to come at this range. It's a little bit shorter than is preferred from 7 to 10, but you guys know me. I listen to the game sometimes, and sometimes I just don't at all. So I'm going to run him a little bit shorter. And just see how he does today. Really no pressure. Awful, awful, awful power rating. I think he inherited that from both parents. No, I can't recall if Golden Boy had a bad power rating. He may have. Such a weird... I swear he's been the most unique horse I've had. For any of you that have been watching this for a while, you know what I'm talking about. It's been hit or miss with him when it comes to the horses we've had on track. It's so hit or miss. And more miss than hits, unfortunately. Like, Rocky Hurricane feels like he can be a champion, but it feels like everything has to go right. Often. Speaking of Little Vixen that we just ran on, she still has the record here. And you saw in the last race why she still has heart, even at the age of 7 years old, man. It's pretty awesome. It's a good start here for Mr. Hurricane. He's well behaved. He doesn't give me any issues. It's just, I just feel like I have to get him in the perfect window to really maximize his potential. He's kind of, it's hard to explain. It's just, he's kind of a tricky horse to run. I don't know how to put it other than that. He's just a bit tricky. And it's the Golden Boy running style in him that's tricky. Like, I succeeded with Golden Boy, but I still don't even know how half the time. The horse was just so weird, man. Powerful, but just like, I don't know how it worked. All right, now let's see if we can get this start. Rocky Hurricane, he's got a good run here. He's got a good run. He's going to get a challenge from the 4. Furlong left to go. Rocky Hurricane fighting for the super sprint. This guy's supposed to win. He was 7th projected. Rocky Hurricane's going to do it. He's going to get it done. Wow. Whoa. Like, we're just going to get it done. This guy's winning grade 1s outside of his preferred range. And that's what I mean. Everything has to go perfect in the race. And that's one of those races where I feel like everything went perfect. Rock Your Hurricane with his 2nd grade 1 victory. Wow. He gets it done. He wins the super sprint. We were supposed to finish 7th. That is... It's kind of what I'm talking about. Like, if I can figure it, if I can get in that right window with the horse, I feel like he should be really good. And you see that. But, you know, I've been up and down with him. To be honest, I think I've either won half of his races or we finished like in 2nd. It's been one or the other. Maybe I think out of money place finish like a 5th or something here and there. So it hasn't been smooth sailing at all with Rocky Hurricane. It's definitely been a lot of ups and downs, lots of learning. But, man, there's a lot of heart in that horse. Let me tell you, there's a lot of heart in that guy. Because when I told him to go, he responded. And he was in the fight at that point. He was completely in the fight. And he was not allowing the other horses to catch up to him. Like, I felt that he was going to continue to keep himself in front. You know, as we were really charging down here. So to be honest, I wasn't in doubt once we got to like the furlong marker. Once we hit that point, I knew he was on a roll. I knew he was in motion. And unless another horse had a crazy surge, which Cold Scrambles, there we go. Cold Scramble for Cold Scrambles. What? James was on a serious run there, trying to close in on us, finishing 2nd by a head. But I mean, what a perfect race for Rocky Hurricane, man. And his 2nd grade 1. And again, he's winning grade 1s that are outside of his range. The game says I should be running him 7 to 10. I've won 2 grade 1s with him at 6 furlongs and 6.5 furlongs. Not in the 7 to 10 range. Again, it's just proof, like, try your horses in different ranges. Sometimes you'd be surprised. You can try them at a range that maybe is a little bit outside of the preferred range the game tells you, and you can have more success that way. It's weird, baby, but it works. It works, and there's no reason not to try it. Okay, so a lot of races here today, and these will probably be the last set I'll do, but it's a lot, so we'll get through it. Gosh, we have 2 grade 3s, a grade 2, 3 grade 1s, GWS, the sprint and the turf. So it's really a stacked day of racing. We're going to go ahead and get these horses in some more races in the near future. Just keep them in shape. Little Vixen, I'm just going to. She's such a blast, man, and like she's in good condition. She's feeling good, you know, like sustained growth type. By diamond plant out of pink gemstone. She has really solid quality. Her stats are nothing crazy, but it doesn't have to be. She's still very responsive, so she still will run. Her heart rating isn't even that great. It's 52, but I think it's her response and her feel that allow her to still be competitive. You know what I mean? So yeah, how many grade she 9 grade 1s, 19 wins out of 30 starts. Not a bad career at all. Only one title, but that's all you need sometimes. GWS Sprinting Champion. Fastest mare at one point. Fastest filly to mare at one point in her career out of all the horses. So she's earned her spot as a Hall of Famer, man, for sure. So I'm just happy I can just now ride with her with no more pressure. Because she's always a blast to ride with. She's one of my favorite horses that we've recently had in this game. So I can still run with her. But she doesn't even want to wait that long, so I'm curious how she'll do running a mile. I actually want to see if the drop in distance may help. I've been running her a little bit longer, and she only has 45 stamina. Like, why am I running her so long? She could probably still win. She would have a chance to win some of these races if I ran her shorter, but I guess I'll have to adjust to that next time. So we are looking for Rocky Hurricane, S ranked. Like, his stats aren't anything impressive. Like, bad power rating, in my opinion. His heart is at 67, not bad. He's your average, like, S ranked, maybe below a little bit. But the thing is, he still hasn't peaked. His speed will probably hit close to 85, which isn't bad. Response will be close to 80. I'd be shocked if stamina hit 70. I doubt it. Heart will hit 70 as well, but yeah, he's a horse that's pretty fast, you know, not the fastest, not close, but yeah, he definitely has a turn to foot. Now that's 2 back-to-back grade 1s. In both races, the bookies have been putting us to finish 5th and 7th, so he's overachieving. He's supposed to be finishing worse than these results. Last 3 results, 2 firsts and a second, when he was supposed to finish 5th and 7th. So he's overachieving right now, and to me that's a good sign, and he hasn't hit his peak, right? I think we can say that. He's definitely overachieving, and he still is growing. So there is potential. Rocky Hurricane could be a potential GWS contender heading into his 4-year-old season. Like, I wouldn't put him in that championship now. I think I would rather wait next year to see if he could still be at a point where he'd be able to contend. But in all honesty, if he can win just like a sprint title or something, and we can figure it out from there, I think that's good enough. So I'm very particular about horses I want to put in the GWS, and I think it's for certain reasons that usually end up working well for breeding. So they want him in a grade 2. Top 3 go to the Prince Cup, which means we'd be running him longer. And they want you to run 11 furlongs? That's a setup. What am I doing? They're trying to make you fail, buddy. I'm so sorry I almost let that happen. 11 furlongs is not even in your chart, and the stamina's just not quite there for it. I'm going to keep running him at the 6.5 furlong distance. Like, he's winning at that level. There's no reason for me to stop. So yeah, he'll be ready for another grade 1. Big Friday, great debut for you. 60 feel, minimum distance 9. He'll be like a 9 to 13, 9 to 14 furlong horse, which means he should have decent stamina. Yeah, I'm really curious about you. Abigail, I think you did suggest tack for one of these horses. I want to drop him in an open, and yeah, we'll race him back in September, going 9 furlongs in an open. I'm going to drop him in class just because I think now that I see how he runs, I would like to actually try to get a win with him. The game just seems to reward you better with unlocking those question mark stats when you win with your horses earlier. So I'd rather get him the win now, even if it's a lower class win, Once I get more things figured out about him, then we can attack the higher grades. Falling Stars, awesome debut, blowing your competition away by 5 lengths. And you did it at a point where summer not good. He's not even a summer racehorse. What? This guy just blew away the competition on his maiden, and he hates racing in the summer. Does he have a bad temper, or does he just like to run? Which one would you classify it as? I mean, keep in mind, he was completely compliant the entire race. Like, no temper. I didn't feel any temper riding him. It was quite like, wow. Like, it felt like a professional run and ride on a debuting 2-year-old. Like a professional 2-year-old or 2-year-old colt that will be on the road to the Kentucky Derby type of horse, but, like, have a good chance to win the Derby. He feels like that type of horse. Don't think he's a dirt horse. Then again, wasn't Fairy Singer, couldn't Fairy Singer run on both surfaces? I can't remember. This dude hates running in the summer. That's hilarious. And he still smacks the competition. Oh man, that's pretty, like, wow. Yeah, it's pretty amazing, man. Yeah, I actually want to put him in a pretty... I mean, gosh, I feel like he's ready for a grade 1, honestly. There's no sense in really waiting. So, like, he's in really good condition. He's ready to run again. Yeah, he won that at 6, yeah. If he's definitely a sprinter. If he's a sprinter, he should be a blast. Like an absolute blast, man. So we're going to run him again at 6 for his first grade 1 in the Normandy. This is usually a good race for me and my sprinters. I feel like we have a good chance to win it. The horses seem to like the track there, so we'll try to take advantage of that. Man, oh man, like, what a debut. What a debut. Both of the 2-year-olds looking strong. In fact, I think this is going to be a really solid class. Going for gold, this 2-year-old filly. By Golden Boy again, out of Real Happy. Real Happy, she was a really fun horse. I guess our version of a Run Happy, but, you know, filly-wise, of course. And Golden Boy again, like, Golden Boy is hit or miss for the most part. It's been more misses, but he's had some gems. Rocky Hurricane, we just saw win that grade 1 when he wasn't supposed to in that sprint. That's a byproduct of Golden Boy. So this is Rocky Hurricane's half-sister here, going for gold. She should be really fast. That's one thing I expect. Golden Boy fast, Real Happy, really, really quick. So I certainly hope her name fits with what her persona should be, man. But Heart of Stone, another 2-year-old filly. By Gentle House, out of Chasing Hearts. Debuted with her, I think in the last video. She finished 2nd. So she had a good debut for us as well. Yeah, like I said, I have no doubts. I think all of these 2-year-olds are going to be strong. Like, we're at that point in the game now. I don't think I'll be having bad horses anymore, finally, if I've had bad horses, which we definitely have had some that just, yeah, they just weren't quite racers, man. You know, they would have just been better just, you know, grazing and doing some stuff like that. But we have Phoenix Rising here, a 2-year-old filly by Gentle House out of Black Ruby. Again, one of those horses that should be strong, and I'd be shocked if she gave me issues. So she's looking mighty well, and last but not least, another 2-year-old filly. It's a lot of gals in this class, which is a good sign as well, because that means more and more higher quality brood mares. So this is actually really, really good news for the breeding here. But You May Be Promises by Gentle House out of Free Fear. Debuted with her in last episode. She also finished 2nd, so both of the 2-year-old fillies finishing 2nd in their maidens. And yeah, she was really responsive, and everybody seems to have a good baseline of stamina. No horse seems to want to run shorter than like a mile, a little over a mile. So that's essentially meaning we're getting to the point where we're breeding consistent, close to Kentucky Derby level type of horses in regards to their build, their stature, and just their overall strength. So that's a good sign. That's obviously what you aim to get to at any point, whether you're replaying a file in this game or starting a new one. You always want to get back to that point. So a lot of grade 1s, graded stakes races, period, coming up. So get to it. Nielsen, no, I will not battle you. It's not happening, bro. I'm sorry to disappoint. I really wish there was more incentive with that. Like I get it was supposed to be like a just a little fun mini game to add, but like it's actually bad because I mean I can't say it's bad. I just you can certainly kind of put yourself in a tough situation if you end up losing that jockey rival challenge, and you could lose a horse just because you accepted the challenge. You know, maybe you finished in the position you needed to finish to complete one goal, but you didn't beat the rival jockey, which was the other goal. That means you failed. You need to hit both check marks. You get a check and an X. You get 50%. You can possibly lose a horse. I've lost horses that way. I just don't think it's worth it, man. Now, if you're going to reload your save, fine. But what if you're like doing 8 races and then that happens, you lose a horse? Are you really going to reload your save and go back and redo all 8 of those races? I swear I've done that probably twice in my lifetime, and I will never do it again. I'm just like, if I lost it, I lost it. Because I don't have the time to sit back and just redo a whole bunch of races that may have taken like an hour. Like, you know, I don't think that's a good usage of time. So just got to roll with the punches, you know. But going for gold, 2-year-old filly, we just talked about her. Buy Golden Boy out of Real Happy. So excited to see what she's going to be capable of. She's up in the 7 furlong sprint. She's the favorite. Also a good sign. For the last 2 or 3 years now, our 2-year-olds are constantly getting heavy favoritism on their maiden debuts, which means the betting public thinks they are the strongest horses most of the time they're hitting the track. So HRG is making a name here, finally, in the Gallop Racer universe. People are like, oh yeah, that horse from the HRG Branch Stables Farms, because I changed the name, it seems, of my actual horse racing stable in every single game I play. It's not the same. It's not the same across the board. Like, most of you guys are pretty, you know, uniformed, and, you know, you keep your name the same across most platforms. Me, it's different. It's HRG Ranch on Rival Stars, it's HRG Stables and Horse Racing Manager 2. It's HRG Ranch Stable Farms for Gallop Racer here. Like, I seem to change it, you know, whenever. So there's no consistency. But I suppose that's the point. It's just, HRG is just wherever, you know. Whatever you want it to be, as long as you're a part of the community and you like being here, that's all that matters. So a little bit low on the stamina for going for gold. Last corner leader. Not going to put him under the whip yet. Okay, give her a few taps. Thinking about Big Friday here, but no, this is going for gold. She is not going to hold on to beat the 6 unless she has an answer. She has no answer. She'll finish second. Oh, man. To be honest, I was just kind of letting her run. I wasn't going to push her until we were really clear into the stretch regardless. It's my first time racing with her. I don't usually like to do that on my 2-year-olds because that doesn't help me figure them out. I kind of like to see how they run more so, and then I'll react based off of what the horse is giving me, but I'm not going to push them unless I know I can. So not ideal at all, but yeah, I thought she tried, you know, she cleared away from the other horses. We got ran down by the 6 there, and yeah, definitely a difficult race to kind of figure out what she likes. So I'm not discouraged by that result. I definitely think I just need to know where she needs to run for one. That would help out a lot, but I'm not really discouraged. I still think there's a good racehorse in there. She felt responsive, you know what I mean? I like to feel that horses are responsive in this game, and I'm not having to ask a lot. If I don't have to ask a lot of them, then I can work it out. You know, we can work it out together and figure out how to get into the groove. But if a horse is not really responsive, then it's just a headache, and you end up going through more hassle, in my opinion. But sometimes people like that, and I get it, so nothing wrong with that. Storm Owl, 5-year-old dude. Seems like I haven't raced with him in a while. By Golden Boy out of Chasing Hearts. Again, he's a horse that turned out to be pretty solid. He's a really, really solid quality S-ranked horse, I think. He's shown some double S moments. And certainly, he should be able to race for a while. Still, even at the age of 5. He's still competitive. That's a good thing. I think I'm just trying to chase some grade 1s with him once I get the chance. That's all we're really trying to accomplish. But yeah, I'm not discouraged with going for gold. I just think I have to get her dialed in better next time. And again, just hope that we can figure it out sooner than later. Sometimes that's all you can do, you know. But yeah, definitely I don't think I hit perfect stamina with her, and I think it was just because, like, you know, I'm just running her in the middle of the pack because I don't know her position. Like, the game hasn't told me. I don't want to guess unless I know for sure, like, okay, 2 Proceeders or 2 front runners. Most likely the odds lean in this favor. Excuse me, I just let her just kind of do her thing. And she might be a closer, you know. I ran her, felt like closer towards the front. Can't remember if the pace was really fast or not, but she certainly wasn't at max stamina, so she was not completely comfortable. So that's what I mean. Like, she wasn't even at her best, and that was probably just because of the conditions of the race. So just need to figure out what makes her comfortable, and then I think she'll be fine. I'm not really worried. And we still finished second. You know, the game sometimes acts like you finish in last just because you didn't hit your goal. It's like, we still finished second. Like, and she was a clear second. You know? Is it really that disappointing if a 2-year-old that was expected to win a race finishes second by like a neck? Is the betting public really going to be like, oh, that horse is awful? No, that would be extremely ridiculous, right? Now, I'm sure maybe there's a person that does that every blue moon. I'll tell you what's new, but for the most part, it's still going to be like, you know, an impressive debut, right? The game is acting like we finished in last place. Like, oh my goodness, relax. Oh, man. Let's see if Rocky Hurricane can hold on. Or, excuse me, Storm Owl. Gosh. Feels like Rocky Hurricane here, but no, it's Storm Owl blowing the competition away. Can he hold on to finish at the line? He just does. And, ah, man, pushed it way too hard there with him. Almost lost it for Storm Owl. He does remind me of Rocky Hurricane a lot, but it makes sense. They are half-brothers, so sometimes I forget that. I'm like, they remind me of each other, but it's because they come from the same guy, which is Golden Boy, so that makes sense. We get the win. Barely. I made that really close. And we set the record. No way. No way. Storm Owl sets a record in a grade 3 going 10 furlongs. Wow. Yeah, that was a pretty awesome ride, man. I can't really say much more. Like, Storm Owl is, like I said, I said it before the race, he's really a solid grade 3, or excuse me, a solid, he's a solid S rank type of horse that you expect that at the grade 3 level. He can do that at the grade 2 level. I have to put him in the right grade 1, I think, to get those same results. But, you know, I'm considering him for breeding, but I think it would have to be very specific. I couldn't just breed him with any broodmare. You know, I'd have to make sure it's like a very compatible match that'll give us a very unique horse that suits his stats and the stats of the broodmare. But yeah, you guys feel free to let me know what you think in the Discord or the comments. But I know most of our talk is about it in the Discord, so feel free to let me know in the channels what you think he could maybe do. Take a look at our broodmares as well. Remember, guys, on the HRG website, that is officially live. I finally have posted it. I'll be updating it, of course, all throughout the year. Again, it'll be linked in the description box below. I need to actually remember that for some of my other videos, but check that out. I have my broodmares and all their stats. I have them all imported from the game onto the website, so you guys can see our actual broodmares and our sires and their stats right now. And then you can follow along with the horses I'm talking about here as we go along in the playthrough. So it'll show you all the stats, all the categories, and you can look at those brood mares and be like, do I think any of them would be a good match for Storm Owl, who we just ran on and won that grade 3 with. Now you have those right at your disposal. So make sure to check that out. Thank you guys for the support. The formal method here up in a grade 3. I have to be honest, like, and I know it's probably just, it's something I'm doing wrong, and that's fine. I'm willing to admit that. She's been one of the most frustrating horses I've worked with because I know she's such a good dirt horse, but, like, it's just getting her in the window of being, like, perfect. It's such a weird challenge to me that I can't seem to quite crack the code. It's quite a bit frustrating. Yeah, I cannot figure out just how to get to that point where I can just win every race with her. I just feel like she can be that type of horse, but I can't figure it out. But I'm having to remind myself not to stress out about it, because at the end of the day, I'm still going to use her for breeding, and I still think she will be an awesome dirt broodmare for us. It's just like, man, she's underachieved, and that's on me. You know, I'm not even blaming her necessarily for it. But she's such a tricky horse to work with sometimes, man. Like, I have to get her to the front so fast, but it takes her a while to get to the front. And I feel like we spend every race doing this. Just can't get her up there in time. And then she coasts along, and I can't even go until, like, it's a furlong and a half left in the race, because then she'll just, like... And the 10 is just going to breeze by us. We're the second favorite, yeah. But this is what I mean, like, I can't figure it out with her in the stretch. It's just, the entire race just feels like a roller coaster with her. And I know it's just something I just don't know. I'm at the point where, like, I just want to retire her and be able to just kind of, you know, let it go and move on. And obviously when it comes to breeding, whatever sire we may find, I just hope that that horse is just more suitable for, I guess, my playstyle. I just can't figure her out. I can't. Like I said, I'm okay admitting that. It's just, it's a horse I can't figure out how to get into that sweet spot with. So, Naked Chariot up in a grade 2, 11.5 furlongs on the dirt. So, longest race of the day so far. Yeah, so sorry, formal method, but I can't figure you out, my girl. We're just gonna have to hope that your success, at least for what you have accomplished, it just passes on to the next generation. That's all I can hope for, because I can't figure her out. So third favorite in this grade 2, field of 12. A decent field. I recognize some of the horses here. Naked Chariot is a project horse of mine. He's a really fun dirt horse, one of the first ones I played when I first started this game. Long time ago. He's not, like, great by any means. That's not his point, but he was a attainable horse that I was able to do well with in my first playthrough. So just kind of a yeah, good horse I like to work with. That's pretty fun, especially for the dirt. And that's the thing, I'm very, very picky about my dirt horses and how they run. So, like, I couldn't explain to you what that what that is specifically. It's just, I know it when I'm playing. I just like the way a certain style of horse is running in regards to the responsiveness, their temper, the adjustments I have to make, all the micro adjustments you may or may not make while you're, you know, going through a race. I like a horse that just seems so responsive to everything I'm trying to do, for the most part, or already kind of doing it, you know, themselves. Like, Naked Chariot always gets out well from the gates, and this is pretty much all I have to do. Like, I never really have to ask much of him. He just seems to know where he needs to go. So that's always fun, and I look for that quality in my dirt horses. Formal method doesn't feel like this, you know. I really wish he wasn't a front runner, and I still think part of that is, for me at least, it's a downside. I just don't. She's not the type of front runner I would like to work with. I would much prefer if she was a closer or even a proceeder. I think she'd be much stronger as a proceeder. She doesn't have the stamina, in my opinion, to be a front runner, despite her speed. It's like the game is, like, confusing her speed and stamina. It's like, no, she has the speed, but she doesn't really have the stamina to be a competitive front runner. For me, at least. I just think she'd be better running at, you know, further back, but it is what it is. So I don't know how this is going to go. We're supposed to finish third, but easy time here with Naked Chariot. Haven't had to ask much of him. I don't know if the inside is going to free up, but I will, yeah, I'll keep him down here. Got a good run. Really good run from Naked Chariot. Good run. Now we gotta go after the leader. Furlong and a half left to go. Naked Chariot trying to run down the 7, Rosy Canary. Here comes Naked Chariot. He's driving. He's trying to drive, but no, Rosy Canary, she's a good dirt horse, man. She's just going to hold on. But we're a clear second. That's a great run there from Naked Chariot in the grade 2 support. That's a big race, man. Big graded stakes race under the lights at night in Japan. And we clear it. from the horse in third by 5 lengths. Rosie Canary, like I said, really, really good dirt horse. So her winning is not a surprise. Oh, but man, great effort there from Naked Chariot. Really, really happy with that. That's an awesome, awesome result. Considering Rosie Canary was going to be hard to beat regardless. So the fact that he was even still able to finish like that, yeah, like I said, that's pretty sweet, man. So very happy with that result for Naked Chariot, and hopefully I can continue to do that. Just try to get him some wins. Obviously, before his retirement, which is still a little ways off. Super Mile Cup here with Lockwood, going 8 furlongs, third favorite. Top 5 goal here at Lockwood, still pretty solid by Gentle House out of Real Happy. He has bears, but it has not affected us, so that's good at least. Lockwood, grade 1s, he has 5 at a mile. So not only is this grade 1 important because if he wins it, he'll be a mile champion. This is also GWS sprint point as well. So Lockwood is still trying to solidify himself into the Gallop Racer Hall of Fame. So this is a big, big race. Third favorite. I kind of like being, you know, like under bet just a little bit. I don't always want to be the favorite. I'd rather be like, oh, that third or fourth. Takes a little bit of the pressure off. I know it's weird. That's just how I operate. Takes a little bit of the pressure off, and I feel like I'm really allowed to and able to kind of run my race, you know. It's the expectation of having that first, you know, that number one on you. I'm just like, kind of just third or fourth, and then I'll work into it. Then I'll go chase that number 1. But, you know, like I don't need the crazy expectations. Just allow me to be in the mix, and I'll figure it out from there. So it's a good start for Lockwood as always, and I have to drop him back as always. It's a shame he's not a front runner at all, but I swear his leg type changed, but it did not. I thought he maybe had a little bit of the front runner triangle shaded, but I'm thinking of a different horse. Yeah, we are quite a ways off the pace, but that is fine. I'll start to get him moving now. Yep, alright. Alright, Lock, let's wake up, buddy. And that's basically what he's telling me. He's like, okay, we're going a little bit slow here. It's fine. We can start to move. We can start to move. He's got the stamina. We gotta go. We gotta go. Come on, Locke. Plenty of stamina left to go. Will we have enough to catch horses in the end? It's a long way to go. Maybe I should have went even sooner. I may have underestimated the field in the distance. Furlong and a half, closing in on a furlong. Lockwood is still there, but he's not fired off yet. Oh, I started way too late, man. Stretch burst is gonna come in handy, but not even enough to get the fourth. Ah, man, I totally underestimated. For one, how competitive those horses would still be at the front. But I forgot we had a top 5 goal. We weren't even supposed to win that race, but certainly, like, that could have been so much better. So much better. Like, you saw he had so much left in the tank at the end. I wasn't really thinking he would. That actually kind of caught me by surprise there. But, I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. He's in the GWS hunt for a reason. I don't know. I don't know why I thought, yeah, we wouldn't have needed to start as far. I worried about tiring him, but his endurance is pretty good. I don't think he's tired on me too often. I felt a little antsy about it in that moment. Gosh, it kind of cost us the race there. I mean, we hit our goal, so that's good, but still, that certainly could have been a lot better. Oh, man. Flying home. This 3-year-old filly has been on a roll. And expected winner here in today's Grade 1 Chicago Stakes. Stats are not anything crazy impressive, but she has everything she needs. By he stargazing out of Real Happy. Real Happy's been good for us for the most part, but the horses are always getting one random bad trait in the auto ability. That's so weird. Yeah, her stats aren't really reflective of how strong she is. She's one of those type of horses. The game's like, oh, she's okay, but like she's better than okay, really. So I don't know why that happens in my game, but that's just how it goes sometimes. Alright, I really do need to get through these races here. See how it goes. Cleopatra still with the record here. Set a couple of years ago. She's retiring, and, well, she's enjoying her retirement days, I should say. Okay, it's an okay start. She doesn't need to be near the front. In fact, I can run her towards the back, so I'm going to see how the field adjusts. But we are off in the Chicago Stakes. Flying home as your favorite. She is not going to want to contend with this lead, regardless of what they're doing. But actually, to be honest, if it's a slow pace, I may take advantage of trying to be closer towards the front. But if the pace is a little bit faster, then I'll probably just kind of have her coast. So let's see what happens here. So she's comfortable and the rail is open. I'm kind of shocked. Which, okay, we don't have a lot of space though. If I want to make a move in those horses directly in front of us, vertical, if they don't move, then we'll be trapped. And you guys know how much I hate being trapped. So I don't want to do this, but I'm going to send her on an outside run because I don't know if that rail is going to be open. And this is not the race I want to test. I want to willingly, like, gamble on it, you know. I'm going to send her on a wide run and just see how she responds. She's got the stamina. Here she comes. Here comes Flying Home in the Chicago Stakes. What a run off of turn 4, and she might be gone. Yep, she's clocked out. I knew I didn't need one more tap after that. She hit the corner perfectly and she clocked out. She's out of here. The 3 is going to try to close, but it's not enough. Flying Home gets it done. She lives up to her name and more. Like I said, she's an overachiever, man, and the game, I think, sells her a little bit short, but they knew she was the projected winner. It wasn't even close. Our filly does it. Flying Home, as her name suggests. Awesome filly, man. She is a blast. I'm so glad that she's living up to her name. That's all I can really say. Perfect, almost a perfect race eval. Can't ask anything more from that filly, man. Cannot ask anything more. So 2 grade 1s here today, and I think they're both in the same class too. Rocky Hurricane and Flying Home, the only 2 grade 1 winners today, both from the same class, both born at the same time. It's pretty special. So again, that's a sign of good things happening here. Whispering Gold, 3-year-old colt. He's up in the Platinum Stakes chasing the GWS Turf Cup. And he's my strongest of the 3-year-old class, as you can see. 96 heart, 91 response. Gotta post this in the Discord. You guys will probably see this before this video is even up. But yeah, this guy is pretty awesome, man. Pretty awesome. So see his abilities as well. By Gentle House out of Chasing Hearts. Chasing Hearts has not failed us with any horses. So yeah, that is pretty awesome, man. Yeah, second favorite though. So who's the favorite? Like who are we supposed to lose to? Let me look at this list. We're Emerald, right? Yeah, duh. But I mean, it's only by 30 cents, so we're not even that far out of it. Really excited for this race for Whispering Gold. He should be able to get it done. Rare Emerald's going to be tough, as always. Here we go. And we're off. Sure was. We're off in the Platinum Stakes here with Whispering Gold. Where's Rare Emerald? There you are. No, where did you go? Are you directly? Oh, you're right beside me. My goodness. Didn't see you, Amora. That's my bad, bro. Actually, Amora, you're not a bro. You're always just attacking me. And I don't say anything to Amora. That's the crazy thing. I'm just minding my business, and then Amora's like, ah, you think you're better than me, kid? Ha! I'm like, I don't even know you, dude. I mean, I know of you, but I don't talk about you. What do you mean? Amora is so, like, in my game, he's such a obnoxious guy. Actually, he might be one of the most obnoxious jockeys out of all the rivals now. So. Emerald's way back there, but this is a really good ride here from Whispering Gold. I haven't had to ask much of him. He's feeling good. He's in good rhythm, good drive. I'll ask a little bit of him now, just to go ahead and send him to the inside, just to poke ahead in front, just to make sure he establishes the lead. Tuck him to the rail. Here we go. There's last corner leader. You got to pull away now, buddy. The 11's there. Rare Emerald is trying to rally as well. As Legal Station still hanging on. Oh, man, I could have did better in off of turn 4, definitely. We're just going to lose out to, I think, Legal Station, and we'll hold on to second. Oh, man. Good race. Blew it there on turn 4. Should have... I think I ran him a little bit too hard just to get him to the inside. It kind of burnt him out a little bit there. Could have just timed that a bit better. Not ideal at all. Not ideal at all. It's a good second place effort there, but yeah, that's 100% on me. That could have been a lot cleaner. Oh man, that's just kind of how it's been the last 2 videos. Like up and down, up and down. Not as consistent as I want to be, ultimately. Yeah, not consistent enough. Formal method, that was not a good race at all. That's on me. And then, thought we could have been in a position to win with Naked Chariot. Going for gold, like I don't know. We Blackwood, that did not go according to plan, even though we hit our goal. But man, Whispering Gold, I thought we should have nabbed that. But as you see, horses that I'm so in tune with, like I can fly on them and we win pretty easily. So I'm still trying to figure out. Stately Show's running away with the sprint. Blackwood after that race may not be quite the GWS sprinter I was hoping. Yeah, I don't know. I just I feel like if this is really his championship, I'd have a little bit more success. Nothing. I mean, the turf is so competitive. It's such a stacked field. We have a 3-year-old of ours up there with Whispering Gold, 4-year-old Philly Glam Queen, 5-year-old older horse in Storm Owl. So Rare Emeralds in the mix, Legal Station, Sparky Nova. This championship's probably gonna go to the last race of the season, like easily. These are all like Little House, like the entire 10 list here. The horses are all so stacked, honestly. So I'm really excited for this. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the sprint, honestly. I mean, really just one race win out of being in possible contention, but we got to start now. So I'll have to shuffle around. And then Rapid Blade, she's still up there in the dirt, but Happy World Big Show, they're going to be tough to catch. So I'll see how Rapid Blade does in her next GWS dirt race. If she's not finishing at least in the top 2, maybe top 3, I'll probably drop her out of the championship and just try to focus on just some more title chases with her. But yeah, we actually got through all of that. So like I said, more racing to come. Up and down, up and down. Like obviously wins, but also races that I thought I could have done much better on. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still just kind of figuring out the best way to run certain horses. I don't think the current crop of horses I have are as... Like that time when we've had Cleopatra, Galaxy Star, Delta Dream, I felt like those horses were probably more to my playing style, and we were winning all the time with them, right? These horses are still good. They're getting stronger, but because we're doing so much unique breeding now, I still think like just trying to get a horse that, for me at least, fits my play style for me to maximize their potential. I'm still kind of getting there, but, you know, timing also has to be a good thing when it comes to the stretch runs, which sometimes I'm on the money with that, and sometimes I'm missing it. I'm throwing the dart at the board and just not hitting the bullseye, you know, it happens. So a lot of races I have to schedule next time out. Still a busy month of August, 3 grade 1s and a grade 2. So yeah, the racing is heating up because we are pretty much in deep championship season now as we head into the fall. So there is no time to sleep, really. I mean, you sleep when you have to sleep. The point is, there's no time to waste any unnecessary time. Everything has to be about your business. You rest, you sleep, you train, and you try to maximize the result at every meet you go to. That's kind of the mode that we're in now. So still a lot to play for, though. We have a lot of young horses. That's a good thing. 3-year-olds, 4 years old, new 2-year-olds. Like, we have a lot of young horses. So the future really is bright. And that's the thing. Like, I'm still figuring out some of these 3-year-olds. And I obviously have to, go through all the 2-year-olds, which at least the first two we've raced look really promising. And even the 4-year-old class, man, like it's been great with them, but not always. Like Lockwood's a double S horse. I've won 5 grade 1s with them, 8 wins out of 16 starts, 13 finishes in the top 3 out of 16 starts. So again, like clearly this is a horse that's consistent, that I'm doing well consistently with, but I'm not winning all the time. And of course that's not really the point for me. I want to be successful where I'm having good results. Those end up manifesting into wins. That's awesome. But part of my enjoyment is the grind and just the process of trying to get there. So hopefully, obviously, you guys understand that. I'm sure you do. But yeah, Lockwood he's doing fine. I think he'd be a good sire for us. I don't know what to do though, and again, it had to be very specific breeding. Not great stats, but he has good preference for turf setting and dirt as well. So overall, kind of up and down, but we got wins where we needed to, and we'll continue to move on. Thank you guys for love and support. Make sure to check out the HRG website. Again, that will be linked description box, comment section below. And make sure to join our Discord if you would like to do so as well. Positive, awesome community of great people from all over the world. So feel free to join. We'd love to have you there. But until next time, HRG sign out. I'll be over here for Fantastic Day. I'll see you later, and goodbye.
Welcome to Horse Racing Gamer, where champions are made.